И вновь здравствуйте, дорогие друзья, любители компьютерных игр. Мы начинаем очередной стрим на нашем канале по играм Telltale Games. Назад в будущее. Третий эпизод у нас сегодня, который называется «Гражданин Браун». Вроде да, так. Ну, давайте начнем. Нам вначале все равно расскажут о том, что было в предыдущих эпизодах, так что я не буду рассказывать. Так, да. Telltale Games представляет совместно с Universal Partnership Licensing. Четверг. Неплохо так припарковались. Назад в будущее. Эпизод 3. Гражданин Браун. В общем-то, почему-то нам не показали то, что было в предыдущем эпизоде. В общем, смысл в том, что опять будущее изменилось. И Эммет Браун, Док, то есть... Так, выберитесь с разбитой машины. В общем, Эммет Браун у нас подженился, насколько я мог понять. Так, выбраться. Девушка-рокер, это, по-моему, бесполезно. Она в наушниках.
Hello? She can't hear me.
Понятно.
Citizen Brown. That's Doc, all right, but what the heck's going on here?
Понятно, что, в общем-то, ничего не понятно. Разбитый Делориан.
Don't worry, everybody. I'm okay. The billboard broke my fall.
Может быть, ты как-то газанешь, я не знаю. Посигналить? Не, плохая идея.
It's jammed.
Понятно. Окно.
It's already open.
Да я понял, я думаю, может быть, ты что-нибудь придумаешь с этим окном.
What the hell?
Hey, could you give me a... Jennifer?
А в какой год мы, интересно, попали? Мы, то есть, попали же в наше время, правильно? Да ладно, аккумулятор сел.
It's already open. Jennifer, I need some help.
Martin? It is you. Is that a DeLorean?
Ну да, Лориан.
Well, yeah, it's a DeLorean. What else would it be?
How the hell did it get into the billboard like that?
Never mind that. Just give me a hand, okay?
Give me a
So
hand.
who you supposed to be? Luke or Bo?
This isn't funny, Jennifer.
Помоги мне слезть. Зачем будем спрашивать про число?
Can you help me
Палево.
down?
Why don't you just jump?
I'll break my neck.
And
Что-нибудь есть, может быть, у ней?
Got any rope you can toss me?
all I have is this rusty wrench thing I found in the dirt.
A tire iron. I think that'll do. Toss it here.
Oh, back off, Martin. This is my whatchamacallit. What do you give me for it?
Можешь дать мне баллонный ключ?
May I please have the tire iron?
The tire who?
The big metal thing you're holding.
Oh, right. As soon as you offer up a decent trade.
Блин, Дженнифер, что ты такая корыстная, а?
Jennifer, you look so different.
That's the general idea of being a nonconformist.
Нонконформист?
What are you getting at?
Во, что с нашими отношениями?
What's with the attitude?
I'm not having this argument again.
You've argued about this before? I'm guessing you won the argument.
Давайте про прическу скажем.
What'd you do to your hair?
Helter skelter.
What?
It's the same hair dye I always use.
Ну, про одежду.
What are you wearing, Jen? You look so...
Fed up? Keen eye you got there.
I was gonna say punk.
A whole world alien to the likes of you, dork.
Never mind. I gotta get out of this car.
Good idea.
Блин, какие-то глупые вопросы, да? Мы вынуждены задавать. Какое число сейчас?
Oh, man. What's the date?
What? That's something I should be asking you. You've probably wrecked your head.
Just, what's the date, Jennifer?
It's the 15th,
The year?
1986. Duh.
Oh, man, this can't be happening.
Что ты делаешь?
What are you doing down there?
Not that you'd ever understand it, but I'm doing my part to support the arts in Hill Valley. Anyway, what's the technical term for attempting to jump your DeLorean through a billboard? Where did you even get a DeLorean? Is it stolen?
That's a little complicated.
I bet.
И все равно вернулись к баллонному ключу, черт возьми. Дженнифер, дай баллонный ключ, серьезно.
Jennifer, please, this is serious.
This tire thing really has some value to you, huh?
At the moment, yes.
Then it better be a pretty good trade.
Ну? Да что она брови ведет, твою мать? Что мне делать? Так, это пауза. Ну, я больше ничего не могу делать.
Don't strain your brain, Geekzilla.
Подожди. Разбитый Делориан. Может
Gotta
быть...
get out of this death trap.
Я думал, может быть, там что-нибудь мы найдем. Здесь такие нелогичные квесты. Подожди, вот здесь что-то... Блин. Что она не отдает баллонный ключ просто так? Возможно, вам нужно предложить этому взбунтовавшемуся подростку что-то стоящее в обмен. А что?
It's already open.
Будильник? Я не могу навестись на будильник. Подожди, а где у нас был инвентарь? Фляга какие-то Танана. Может, флягу и предложить?
Jennifer,
Наконец-то.
this is all I got.
Is there anything in it?
Да,
Give me
бухло.
It smells like armpits and booze. Irving Kid Tannen, the gangster? Where the hell did you get this?
It's a long story. Can I just have the tire iron now?
Heads up.
Thanks.
Теперь, наконец-то, обмен состоялся.
Oh, great. Now what?
Да, поверни.
Oops.
Офигеть.
Oh.
Стоило только повернуть его, он бы прошел. Это еще половина истории. Нам надо как-то с щита спуститься. А, там есть лестница. Окей.
Well, your dorkness, my debt to society is paid. As for you, good luck with your car. Way to stick it to Big Brother. Just don't expect your sudden cry for attention to change anything between us, dig?
Doesn't change what? Look, Jennifer, I think there are some things we need to talk about. Hey, maybe you can give me a lift into town.
Oh, sure, Martin. Climb on in.
И уедет, да?
Jennifer,
I
wait!
told you, we're through, McFly. I'll never date such a square again.
My own girlfriend thinks I'm a square? Jesus, could this get any worse?
Что-то явно изменилось. О, нет, 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 нет. Дребезги. Марти самостоятельно не сможет починить машину. Нужен док. Это просто крантец.
Doc, I could really use your help right about now.
Relax. We've got everything under control.
Переберитесь через стену, чтобы попасть в Хилл-Вэлли. Это вообще круто, да, что в Хилл-Вэлли, черт возьми, теперь уже стена,
These walls
автоматические
couldn't
ворота.
possibly go around the entire city, could they?
Но если им заправляет доктор Эми Браун, то вполне возможно, что могут стены весь город обрамлять.
How the hell do you get through these?
Можешь подойти к интеркому?
Check. Sibilance.
Who is this? Stop messing with the intercom.
Oh, hi. Can you buzz me in?
Visitors must check in at the north gate.
Oh, North Gate? I'm not walking clear around Hill Valley. There's gotta be another way.
Да, мы находимся на стороне южных ворот. Ноль реакций, ноль эмоций. Так, тут было бегать. Кнопочкой Б. Так, ладно, пойдем в
If I
Делориан.
only had my hoverboard, or something like it. Dead. May 15th, 1986. Yeah, the date's right, but... That's not good.
Сдохла. Так, батарея.
12 volts. Wait, this is the car battery? Must have been installed in 2015 with the Mr. Fusion. Still has plenty of juice. I don't really feel qualified to repair a nuclear reactor. It's still
Да.
under warranty. Well, I guess technically it's way under warranty.
Ядерный реактор мы, наверное, не починим.
The wheel must have been running off the battery.
Чего? Колесо разрядилось? Ну, Марти, ты вообще тупишь. Так, где мы можем использовать батарею?
Subtle. Real subtle, Marty.
Может быть, можно при помощи этой батареи что-то сделать с интеркомом? Замкнуть какие-то части, например.
That doesn't need power.
Тому не требуется, да? Ну, до камеры... Камера, причем, поворачивается именно на нас. Так, ну к стене я вряд ли, конечно, применю Может быть,
If I only had my hoverboard, or something like it.
как-то к воротам это применить.
That doesn't need power.
Подожди, а что он про колесо сказал?
The wheel must have been running off the battery.
Разрядилось колесо? Ладно, это глупо, конечно, но применим батарейку к колесу.
I don't really see anywhere to hook the battery up directly.
Но
I
это...
can't see anything with the wheel connected to the car.
А если к самому Делориану?
Huh?
Так, ну-ка, сможем ли мы снять колесо при помощи баллонного ключа? Да, и взлетим на колесе, оно же взлетает, правильно? Ну как? А, там два провода есть, окей.
Okay, good. This could be useful. Now think, Marty, think.
Так, ну теперь думать нечего, берем батарею и подключаем ее к колесу.
Let's see here. Red to positive, black to negative.
Окей, она взлетает. И она улетает.
Far out. Okay, Doc, let's see what kind of nightmare alternate timeline I've landed in this time.
Итак, мы за забором в новом Хилл-Вэлли. И здесь, вероятно, все по-другому.
Okay, Marty. Nothing to be afraid of. It's just an alternate hill valley that's turned my girlfriend into a punk rock vandal. That doesn't mean it's full of post-apocalyptic biker gangs run by armies of Biff clones. Just take a deep breath and remember, we gotta find Doc.
Это док? Тут, черт возьми, какой-то футуристичный коммунизм. Не иначе. Бюро дисциплины Хилл-Вэлли.
It's so clean.
Good morning, citizen.
Good morning to you too, citizen.
Что там тебя так удивило?
What's going on here, Doc? Jeez, my Hill Valley never looked this good.
Watch where you're going, citizen.
Sorry. Mr. Parker,
That's Officer Parker to you, Martin. Now what's with the outfit? It's Thursday.
Yeah?
Polo shirt Thursday. You're out of uniform. That's a violation of Civic Ordinance 9EEE. And you're not wearing an ID, in direct violation of Ordinance WB 714. What are you up to, citizen?
Polo shirt.
Вообще
Are you on the
офигеть.
pot, citizen? Put your arms up. Spread your legs.
Hey, what are you doing?
Quiet. Hold still. Nothing. What's your deal today, McFly?
Я что-то не припомню, кем он раньше был. С каких пор вы полицейский?
Since when are you a cop? I thought you were a shoe salesman.
Are you on
Продавец
something?
обуви.
I've always been a cop, just like my pa.
Great, I've turned my girlfriend's dad into a cop.
Отец его девушки. Что случилось с Дженнифер?
Have you seen Jennifer?
What's it to you? I thought she broke up with you.
Yeah, well, I need to talk to her about that.
Good luck finding her. I usually don't see her unless she's racking up demerits for her art.
А Дженнифер, видимо, пошла против всех этих правил и стала такой неформалкой, да? Не хочет по четвергам носить рубашки поло и одевать порядковый номер. Так, где я могу найти гражданина Брауна?
Can you tell me where I can find Doc, Citizen Brown?
Are you sure you're an honor student? Where do you think he is at this time of day?
At work?
That's right, working at the courthouse.
В здании суда. Вы видели там собаки? Еще один интерком. Ладно.
I've got to finish my beat. Are you gonna make trouble for me today?
No.
No what?
No, sir.
That's right, citizen.
Да ради бога. Исследуйте новый Хилл-Вэлли, найдите Дока. Окей, что это?
E. Brown Industries. That's hopeful.
Экскурсовод.
Oh, wait, citizen. Are you about to throw something away? Make sure you use the correct receptacle. Hill Valley takes pride in its diverse waste management system. What is the aluminum content of that can? Make sure it goes into the correct blue receptacle. Is that green, clear, or amber glass? It makes a difference. Remember that all consumable wrapping is tagged with a microchip to help us automatically police litter.
I'm all
Давайте.
for recycling, but this is out of control.
Да, это контролировать сложно. Я не думаю, что там какие-то микрочипы управляют. Блин, ненавижу, когда камеры за тобой наблюдают. Так, а здесь что?
You are standing in front of the Hill Valley Courthouse. The original courthouse was built in 1885, just 20 years after Hill Valley's incorporation into the state of California. Though the courthouse holds the seat of the local government, it also has been used as a shelter during the recovery period following the 1906 San Francisco earthquake. Most of Hill Valley's community is a result of displaced San Franciscans planting roots after that dreadful disaster. In 1976, the downtown renovation project saw the first major additions made to the courthouse since its original construction. The courthouse was expanded with an additional 128 offices in the new flanking wings, and a new mayoral office added to the original clock tower space. Look closely, and you can still see some of the original courthouse's details preserved in the new international-inspired facade.
Так, ну, видимо, вот это мэром Хилл-Вэлли сейчас является Док, и он там, на самой верхотуре.
Hill Valley Courthouse. How may I help you, citizen?
I need to see Doc, or Citizen Brown.
Do you have an appointment?
No, but
Then I'm afraid you'll have to wait your turn. Citizen Brown's a very busy man.
that voice sounds familiar.
Да-да-да, мне тоже он знаком.
Biff?
Биф.
Doc?
Биф прислуживает Доку.
Doc, wait! I need to talk to you.
Так, мне бы сюда пробраться, было бы неплохо. Но около здания сюда нам ловить нечего. Не знаю, Министерство туризма.
Ministry of Tourism. I can't see why people would want a vacation here. The Conformist. Hairstylists always have such clever names, just like coffee shops.
Конформист, оказывается, стиляга.
Bраун Industries, established in 1945, is the technological enterprise that makes Hill Valley what it is today. Whether it is electric cars running off the city power grid or motion-sensing fence deployment, the radical civil innovations under development at E. Bраун Industries are changing the way cities operate. Efficient pedestrian travel, vigilant citizen monitoring, and space-age technologies that preserve the clean and modern appearance of the city. All these amazing advancements are not only making Hill Valley a wonder of the modern civilization, E. Bраун Industries also exports its ideas and technology to cities around the world. One such city is Singapore, soon to be recognized as our international sister city.
Sister City. Так, может
E.
сюда
Bраун
зайдем?
Industries.
Нет, никуда не заходит. Гражданский читальный зал.
Citizen reading room. I guess there's one in every town.
Дома отпуска Штемля.
Stemley's Staycations. The heck is a staycation?
Хрен знает, что такое дома отпуска. Так, гражданский банк.
All Citizens Bank. I don't like the overuse of the word citizen in this timeline.
Да, такое стерильное общество захотел сделать Браун. Никакого алкоголя, куча правил.
I still haven't talked to Doc, but Biff has.
А, Бифа надо найти. Куда он делся? Подожди, давай на эту сторону сходим. Мне интересно изучить новый Хилл-Вэлли. Ну, там же написано, что ушел на обед.
Hey, can't you read? Oh, it's you, McFly.
Leech?
Hey, my bad. I should have wrote the sign in Latin, just so you'd understand.
What sign?
Outway to Unchley. Now eat it, Bay, and let me catch some Z's.
Так, бесплатные образцы
Free
сой-догов.
soy dog samples. Take one. I guess they ran out. Soups and more. Wholesome soups, fresh vegetables, and soy-based imitation meats. Ugh.
Неужели они
Luckily, I'm
еще
not
и
hungry.
вегетарианцы? Черт побери.
Remember to keep your name badge on at all times. Not only does it make every citizen seem like your neighbor and friend, it grants you passage at the 3 main city access points. Hill Valley is the country's first fully incorporated gated city. In 1966, Hill Valley petitioned for a special regional exemption from state legislation. Using a tax and property law loophole, the city of Hill Valley managed to consolidate itself into a gated community with special allowances for business and residential zoning. To date, we are the safest and most self-sustaining city in the United States.
Офигеть, Хилл-Вэлли отделилась от США, получается. Так, все, дальше нас не пускают. Ладно. В общем-то, нам нужно найти вот эту ID-карточку, которая должна быть у каждого жителя. У нас, конечно же, ее нету. Так, а что нам скажет этот
Look
экскурсовод?
around yourself, breathe in the fresh air, enjoy the immaculate scenery and architecture. You are standing among the denizens of the most sociologically advanced city in the world. Hill Valley, a perfect place to live. Let's take a moment to look up at the city's centerpiece, the courthouse, with its ornate clock tower. closely, do you see a silhouette behind the clock? That's our beloved first citizen, Emmett L. Brown, toiling away on new ideas to make Hill Valley the city of tomorrow, today.
Прикольно.
Commemorating on the 25th day of August this year of our Lord, 1931, the capture and incarceration of Irving Kid Tannen and the disbanding of his criminal syndicate by the heroic efforts and ingenious mind of our beloved first citizen, Emmett Lathrop Brown, by virtue of his experimental rocket car. Edna must have written that.
Наверное, Эдна.
First Citizen Brown, the mind head of Hill Valley, a man of infinite wisdom and awe-inspiring imagination. Emmett Lathrop Brown had been raised by a family legacy steeped in law, but hadn't set his sights on his destiny until he single-handedly thwarted the nefarious gangster Irving Kid Tannen and his bootlegging syndicate. After this heroic event, immortalized by the grand statue on the courthouse lawn, First Citizen Brown devoted his life to civil and social engineering, using Hill Valley as a prototype for tomorrow's cities today.
Да, как-то не очень
I
хорошо.
still haven't talked to Doc, but Biff has.
Всю славу присвоил себе. Ладно, теперь с Бифом.
Citizen Plus. Biff?
Hey, you're George and Lorraine's youngest. Martin, right?
What? You don't know me?
Only by reputation. Brown Cadet of the Month, 3 months running. Impressive. Are you interested in the Citizen Plus program?
Что за Гражданин Плюс?
What is this Citizen Plus?
It's Citizen Brown's new re-education program, and I'm the first of Hill Valley's Citizen Plus. Pluses. Plus I?
A re-education program? What the hell?
Please don't swear, Martin. It makes me uncomfortable.
Так, в машине Док был?
Listen, Biff, that car I saw you get out of, was that Doc Brown in there with you?
Ah, Doc! That should be his new nickname! But yeah, that was Citizen Brown. What an inspirational guy.
How'd you get FaceTime with him? He seems so busy.
You got that right, Martin. Citizen Brown's a busy guy, but unfortunately, I'm a special case. See, Martin, I used to be a real bad apple. A real butthead.
Так. Гнилое яблоко, что ты имеешь в
What do you
виду?
mean a bad apple?
What can I say, Martin? I was always getting into trouble. Too much trouble, what with the booze, the partying, the women. Even my dogs were a pack of trouble. Pack, get it?
Yeah. What does this have to do with Citizen Brown?
Well, after getting in so much trouble, the authorities, they took me in to see Citizen Brown and gave me an ultimatum. Citizen Plus or bust.
Так, ну это значит нам плохо себя вести, я так понял, да? Я могу встретиться с гражданином Брауном?
Do you think I could get to see Citizen Brown if I did all the bad stuff you used to do?
I guess, but why would you want to act like that?
Так. Расскажи-ка мне о твоем плохом прошлом.
So, about all the bad things you used to do.
Gosh, Martin, I really don't like dredging up the past. But, alright, if it'll help you make a decision about Citizen Plus.
Расскажи мне о своих незаконных делах.
You said something about booze?
Beer, rum, whiskey, wine coolers, you name it, I drank it. Not only did I drink it, I smuggled it into Hill Valley, too.
Chip off the old block, huh?
Used to be I'd knock your block off for a comment like that. But yeah, I guess I was following in Pop's crummy footsteps.
То есть выпивки в Хиллвилле нет?
So there's no booze in Hill Valley.
Nope. Sure, someone tries to sneak some in every now and then, but cops like Officer Parker over there always catch them sooner or later.
Да, расскажи мне о злых собаках тогда.
Why'd your dogs get you in trouble? You weren't running dog fights, were you?
No, nothing that bad. I just used to have a lot of dogs.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing, other than them keeping the neighbors up all night, lunging at old people, and eating all the squirrels in the park. In fact, I'm ashamed to say it was my out-of-control dogs that were directly responsible for the banning of dogs throughout Hill Valley.
Офигеть,
Don't sound very
собаки
ashamed.
запрещены в Хилл-Вэлли?
Very, very ashamed.
Значит, в Хилл-Вэлли тоже нет собак, что ли?
There's no dogs in Hill Valley anymore?
Yep. Citizen Edna says they carry diseases and steal shoes.
Офигеть. Ну-ка, расскажи-ка мне о незаконных девушках.
What kind of trouble did you get into with women? They weren't hookers?
No, nothing like that. It's just that I wasn't always discreet about my affections.
What?
Public displays of affection, Martin. You know, necking and such.
That's illegal?
Oh, yeah.
Офигеть, публичное проявление чувств запрещено.
You seriously got in trouble for PDAs?
You
PPЧ.
bet. The Browns always say that behaviors that excite your privates should be kept in private. Or maybe it's just Citizen Edna who says that.
Так, ну хорошо, я услышал
Let's
достаточно.
change the subject.
Thanks. I don't like talking about my old nasty self.
Что такое гражданин плюс?
I want to know more about Citizen
And I
Plus.
just can't wait to tell you all about it. Did I mention the swell digital watch you get with the program?
Что делает эта программа?
So what's the point of Citizen Plus?
Well, it may not be as noticeable for an upstanding citizen like yourself, but the hypnotherapy sessions help to tame the urges to break the rules.
Whoa. Hypnotherapy?
Well, sure, Martin. Why, it makes obedience automatic.
Obedience? This is some kind of brainwashing?
That's a good way to think about it. Scrubbing all those nasty thoughts right out of your noggin.
Так, ну расскажи про часы, которыми ты так
You
хвастаешься.
said you get some sort of watch.
Oh, it's a real classy deal. Just look at this state-of-the-art ticker. It's got all sorts of special modes programmed in. I still haven't figured out how to set the time, but I'm sure a smart guy like you could do it no problem.
А как стать гражданином плюс?
What do you gotta do to be a Citizen Plus?
It starts with an application. They take a complete medical evaluation and give you a stack of contracts to fill out.
It sounds boring already.
But then you get an appointment with Citizen Brown. In
Года
about 2
через
years.
2, ни хрена,
2
это нам
years.
не подходит.
He's very busy keeping Hill Valley running. The only time he deviates from his schedule is when some Looney Tune is running around racking up demerits. Fortunately, that almost never happens.
Ладно, хватит говорить про гражданин
let's
плюс.
stop talking about Citizen Plus right now.
Это для
Окей.
нас не вариант. Так. Ну и
See you later,
все.
Biff.
Bye, Martin.
В общем, нам надо сделать что-нибудь непристойное, скажем, приставать к девушкам, либо
What's Jen up to now?
распивать алкогольные напитки, либо разводить собак, что ли. Можем, да, туда пройти? Вроде можем. Ага.
Must be where Jen keeps her paints. Locked. Leech and the whoosh bags. Never heard of them.
No, you wouldn't have. They don't play much punk on those smooth jazz stations you listen to.
Smooth jazz. I couldn't possibly be that square, even in an alternate timeline.
Так, а просто с Дженнифер мы можем поговорить?
Jennifer! Jen-
You got a problem?
Давай про нарушение правил с тобой поболтаем.
So do you spend most of your time vandalizing public property?
Don't even think about snitching on me. Unless you want this spray can up your...
No, listen, you got me wrong. I'm looking to, break a few rules myself.
You?
Да, ей, по-моему, это понравится. А, Давайте сразу начнем с публичного проявления чувств.
This ban on public displays of affection bites.
Hey, you're talking about my most favoriteest legal infraction of all.
Yeah?
Not with you. Ew.
О, я думал, с тобой как раз и замутим. Давай протестовать против закона ППЧ.
This law against public kissing is a load of bull, right?
Yeah, this town is full of it. What are you gonna do?
Protest. That's what. Let's go stage a public kiss-in.
Let's not and say we did.
Ах, ты какая хитрая. Так, где мне достать контрабанду?
Do you know where I could score some forbidden materials?
Do I strike you as somebody who would possess illegal substances?
Kinda, yeah.
And you strike me as somebody who would turn in somebody like me. Next topic.
Ну, хорошо, и про эту тему она не в курсе. Давай про животных.
What do you know about harboring dangerous animals?
So you met my new boyfriend. Oh, lighten up.
Ничего-то не понял, какой бойфренд.
Isn't graffiti a major infraction?
You'd think. But after Big Brown had all those buildings coated in that Teflon polymer junk a couple years ago, graffiti's been knocked down to a 2 demerit offense. Go fig.
On second thought, maybe I don't want to know any more about breaking the rules.
Wuss.
Так. У меня есть план по восстановлению Хилл-Вэлли. Может быть, это ей понравится.
Hill Valley's totally screwed up, but I got a plan to fix everything.
You do, huh?
I'm gonna go talk to Citizen Brown and get him to make it all better.
That sounds like the kind of plan you'd come up with, weirdo.
Что-то никаких результатов не дает этот диалог. Что ты думаешь о другом мне?
Jennifer,
Uh-huh.
what do you think of me?
I don't.
Ничего. Ты меня бросила.
What's the deal, Jennifer? He left me stranded outside the city gates.
Yeah, that was pretty rotten, wasn't it? I'm such a horrible role model. Better get away before I corrupt you.
Да я вообще-то и не против. Развратила бы, и то лучше было бы. Давай.
Look, I don't know what you got against me in this timeline, lately, but I'm here to make things right. I've missed you, you know?
Take a look at me, Martin. Do I look like the kind of girl that would hang around the president of the Junior Brown Brigade?
I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but I gotta admit, I kinda like you like this.
Oh, barf?
Мы созданы друг для друга.
You act like I'm a turnoff, but I don't buy it. We were meant to be together.
Look, just because I let you tag along to a couple of concerts doesn't mean we're Romeo and Juliet. I mean, sure, you're a little cute, but you're into all this honor student crap.
Honor student?
And I'm into more interesting things. And guys.
Что за увлекательные парни?
You going out with someone else? I bet I can make you forget him.
Sorry, Martin, but you just don't rate anymore.
Не котируюсь, да? Я был известным.
Seriously, what have you got against me? I'm kinda popular, right?
Very popular. Among a certain crowd.
What crowd?
Dorks.
О, черт возьми, теперь надо спрашивать, что значит идиот.
Ryan McFly a dork? It's impossible. He can't be a dork.
Okay, anyone who talks about himself in the third person is a dork.
Так. А может быть, я поменяю мышление гражданина Брауна сказать?
Citizen Brown is a really great guy.
You're wasting your breath, Martin. I don't buy into all that happy talk.
No, really, this crazy police state wasn't his idea. It'll all get undone once I have a good talk with him.
You know, I almost feel sorry for you.
Я отправляюсь к гражданину
It
Брауну.
won't be long before I see Citizen Brown.
Hey, can I come with you?
You want to see Citizen Brown too?
Yeah. Maybe he can give me a heart when he gives you a brain.
Couldn't hurt to ask.
Да, это как к волшебнику из страны Оз. Ну, давай краску
Give me a can of spray
попросим.
paint. I got an urge to paint something.
Happy little trees? Get yourself a watercolor kit. I'm not sharing my wall.
Короче, что-то она мне надоела, честное
Your
слово.
paint's starting to streak.
Ah!
Ничего с ней нельзя сделать.
That junk looks awfully familiar. 50 years familiar.
Заложенный дверной проем.
They've bricked up the entrance to the old speakeasy.
Да, здесь был задний ход в тот самый нелегальный бар. Так, а там что?
That leads to the soup mo. Leech is in there. I'd rather he come out here.
Так, что его надо как-то выманить? Ну, я там видел доску, по которой мы можем пробраться
I
туда
don't
за
want to go
забор.
digging through the trash unless I absolutely have to.
Да нет, мне туда за забор пробраться нельзя.
I don't want to go digging through the trash unless I absolutely have to.
Черт, фиг поймешь, что надо делать. Ну ладно, давайте посмотрим подсказку. Скорее, Дженнифер вошла в переулок. Вы можете доверять Дженнифер, так ведь? Чего? Вам действительно надо поговорить с Дженнифер в переулке. Это поможет найти людей, которые вам помогут. Блин, да она ни на какие вопросы не хочет отвечать. Она агрессивно настроена просто.
What is it now?
Может быть, про родителей спросим.
My mom and dad.
What about them?
Would you say they're normal?
By Hill Valley standards, yeah. In other words, they're warped beyond repair. Sorry to be the one to break it to you.
Так, про Бифа,
You
может
get a
быть.
load of Biff Tannen back there? He's so,
Calm.
yeah, creeps me out.
You and me both. If that's what the Citizen Plus program's all about, I'll stay a Citizen Minus.
Are you going out with someone else? I bet I can make you forget him.
Sorry, Martin, but you just don't rate anymore.
Так, это мы уже знаем.
What do you know about the Citizen Plus program?
Only what I hear on TV, and the radio, and the newspapers, and the PA systems all over town. They want everybody to enroll, and they say it'll make us all happy and well-adjusted, which is why I'm gonna stay clear of it.
Your paint's starting to streak.
Ah!
Ну и, собственно, все. Дженнифер в переулке за столой. Просто пойдите в здание сзади, поговорите с ней. Да я задрался с ней говорить. Она какая-то тупая.
Locked.
Может, у меня что-нибудь есть? Газета 31 года, 86 года.
She missed a spot.
Так, ну явно мне что-то здесь надо делать.
Give me a can of spray paint. I got an urge to paint something.
Happy little trees? Get yourself a watercolor kit. I'm not sharing my wall.
Not interested.
Заложенный дверной проем.
That leads to the soup mo. Leech is in there. I'd rather he come out here.
Может, с другой стороны обойти и там что-нибудь попробовать сделать с этим личем.
Look out, son!
Это его мама?
Mom?
Прикольно. А где мама?
Martin!
Oh, hey, Mom. So, what? Are you out here shopping or something?
Oh, shopping? Who shops anymore? No, it's that time of the month for me again. For my civic duty. I'll be polishing the statue all day.
Нифига себе. То есть гражданин должен полировать статую. Извращенчество.
What's with the golf cart, Mom?
Now, Martin, I know you're embarrassed to be driving around in last year's model, but we really can't afford the 86s yet.
What about my truck?
No one owns a truck in Hill Valley. Martin, are you sure you're feeling okay?
Yeah. I must have had a really vivid dream last night.
Well, I hope your dream world was more fun than this one. Could you do me a favor? I forgot to give your father my timesheet for last week, and now Mr. Nosy is convinced that I'm hiding something from him.
Timesheet?
Aren't they annoying? But Citizen Brown always says, a scheduled life is a happy life. Anywho, could you be a dear and drop it off at the house? Here, take the car.
Actually,
I know, dear. Love you too. I'd give you a kiss, but you know what that gets ya. Don't forget to pick me up this evening.
Yeah, sure.
Так, и нам реально надо ехать домой. Не знаю, давайте попробуем.
Well, it's not the truck, but I guess it'll do.
I don't know, John. Isn't this illegal?
What isn't illegal in Hill Valley?
What if Citizen Brown's watching?
Don't worry, nobody can see us here.
He's a peeping Tom. Ah! Dad.
Try to warn your old man the next time, okay?
Не понял, что его старик либо следит за всеми.
Oh, it's recording. I don't want to mess up Dad's work.
Ну да, получается, что следит за всеми.
Nice. We didn't have a computer in the other timeline. Well, no joystick. That's lame.
Good morning, Mrs. Brown. Please address me as Mrs. Citizen Brown. I'm sorry, Mrs.
Hey, what's my guitar doing out here?
Your mother and I convinced you to give it up, remember? Rock and roll music is frowned on by the Brown administration. It sets a poor example for all the kids who look up to you as a model of studiousness and moral gravity. And besides, you're not very good.
Короче, все запрещено, что приносит удовольствие, получается, да? Так, компьютер дискета. Что за дискета, что я просмотрел?
Brock 2.0. Anatomical constructs for sciences of all sorts. Boring.
Гитара, ну и все. Давайте поговорим с папаней.
I saw Mom downtown. She told me to give this to you.
Thanks.
Say, what gives around here?
You know, the usual. Keeping tabs on Hill Valley through my trusty bank of monitors. Always on the lookout for some interesting footage.
Что ты высматриваешь?
Interesting. What do you mean interesting?
What kind of silly question is that? I've been gathering candid documentary footage for Citizen Brown's promotional videos for over a year now. I know your mother doesn't approve of my work, but wait a minute. You say you saw Lorraine? 11 to 12 hair salon, 12 to 12:20 lunch at soup mo counter, cream of asparagus with crackers.
What was that?
You know your mother's problems. If she slips up again, it could mean demerits for the whole family. There she is, polishing the statue in the park. Just like the schedule dictates. Oh, then everything's fine. Good. Unless... How was she when you spoke to her? Lucid? Sober?
Ты перегибаешь палку, по-моему.
You are way off here. Mom isn't a...
Shh. I don't know for sure that your mother is relapsed into her old ways, but she's been acting very odd lately, almost as if she didn't like my constant supervision. Confidentially, I suspect she's got a flask hidden somewhere, probably very near the spot where she's working right now. Do me a favor, son, will you? See if you can worm the truth out of her. She won't
Офигеть.
confide in me, but she may be less guarded with you. Double rations this week if you help your old man out. What do you say? That's a good boy.
Okay, Dad, we need to talk.
Двойная порция чего, интересно? Чем он хотел вознаградить в двойном размере сына, чтобы он следил, шпионил за матерью? Так, что ты прятал, когда я пришел? Да, тут хороший вопрос.
What were you hiding when I came in just now?
Hiding? I don't know what you're talking about, son.
Come on, I saw it. It was a videotape, right?
I might as well tell you. After all, you'll be 18 soon.
Tell me what?
Hill Valley under Citizen Brown is not quite the contented town you were led to believe it was.
Ты разыгрываешь?
Kidding.
This isn't a criticism of the great man himself, of course, or his sainted wife, Edna. No one's worked harder than they to apply the most advanced social planning techniques to our municipality. But...
What?
Народ несчастлив.
Not everybody appreciates it. A great many citizens, perhaps even the majority, actively resent the Brown administration. They don't say so publicly, of course. But in private, well, just listen.
Давай.
I tell you, Bert, this regime is a joke. They're all laughing at us over in Fairfax.
A toast to Citizen Brown, this beloved courthouse, struck by lightning. Shh, Agnes, you're awful. Are you coming to the town square, Lester? Citizen Brown's about to give another speech.
Citizen Brown can kiss my hairy.
Well, you get the idea.
Sounds like people can't stand what the Browns have done to Hill Valley.
Not everyone. Only around 50%, maybe 60.
Но
Does Citizen
большинство.
Brown know?
He should. Whenever I send copies of my raw footage to the Public Relations Department over at the courthouse, I get a memo telling me how much Citizen Brown thanks me for my service. But how could he see those videos and not do anything about it?
Maybe you should take your tapes directly to Brown.
Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, sure, he might appreciate my bringing these problems to his attention and reward me for my public service, but then again, they say it's never wise to be the bearer of bad news.
Давай я отнесу кассету гражданину
Why
Брауну.
don't you give me those videotapes? I'll take them to Citizen Brown.
Thanks for offering, son, but I don't want to get you involved. Citizen Brown won't like what he sees on them, and I wouldn't want you to get the brunt of his displeasure. Not to mention the displeasure of all the folks on the tapes. Once they find out I recorded them, no, I'm not letting these tapes out of my sight. It's too dangerous.
Так. Да, что с домом у нас случилось? Почему там лентой все обклеено?
What's the deal with the house, Dad?
I don't know how to tell you this, son, but while you were away at your math-magic competition, our house got slapped with a CZ36 violation.
What?
I know, it's so embarrassing. Your mother's mortified. She works so hard to keep a clean house, but those dust mites are so hard to keep down.
Wait a minute. We can't go into the house because of dust mites?
Well, not until they send in the cleanup crew.
This is
Офигеть.
ridiculous.
Thank goodness they let me move my office out here into the garage.
Офигеть, дом закрыли из-за того, что там пыль не протерли. Так, насчет того, кого мы оба знаем. Да, про пылинки еще раз пободробнее.
So, when is this dust mite problem gonna be solved so I can get to all my stuff?
Well, the cleanup crew said they'd probably get around to it by tonight, but they're kind of backed up, so I wouldn't expect them until tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow? Where am I supposed to sleep?
I got it all covered, son. We're gonna camp out back just like we did when you were little.
Okay, this timeline is officially a nightmare.
Да, здесь полный бред творится. Напомнило, знаете, такой фильм, не фильм, сериал был «Скользящий». Там они попадали в параллельное не время, а в параллельные миры. И одно и то же место было, ну, наподобие этого, с глупыми законами. Там в другом была анархия какая-то, в третьем вообще там какой-то кошмар творился. Тоже интересный сериал, давно его не смотрел, надо будет пересмотреть. Насчет того, кого мы оба знаем.
It's about someone we both know.
Yes?
И все, что ли? Расскажи о Брауне, наверное.
Have you ever spent time with Citizen Brown?
Well, of course I'm in the audience for every one of his public addresses.
One-on-one, I mean.
Oh, no. He'd never notice a common Sector L citizen like me. But I dream that someday he'll recognize me for my public service and maybe let me shake his hand.
Расскажи об Эдне.
What can you tell me about Edna?
Mrs. Citizen Brown? Oh, she's a wonderful woman. People just think of her as this sweet, self-effacing grandmotherly type.
Edna? Are we talking about the
But
same?
really, she's just as involved in running the town as her husband is.
На самом деле, по-моему, Док ни при чем. Это все его Эдна подначила. Иначе бы он не стал заморачиваться таким маразмом. Так, спросите о брате и сестре.
David and Linda.
Have you heard from them?
No, I thought maybe you had.
Not in ages. As far as I know, he's still working for the big city newspaper, and she's still in that women's boarding house. I'll never understand why they decided to leave Hill Valley.
Ага. А я понимаю, почему они решили покинуть Хилл-Вэлли. Так, расскажи о Бифе.
Seen Biff lately?
Not since he went to the reconditioning center. Is he back among the living?
Depends on what you mean by living. He's really different from the way I remember him.
Lucky dog. In a way, it
Lucky
isn't
duck.
fair that Hill Valley's biggest scofflaw should be the first to receive the benefits of the new Citizens Plus program. But I know I shouldn't be jealous. Something on your mind?
Так, спросить про меня, про него, про Хилл-Вэлли, как работает, ладно. Давайте про установку спросим.
How exactly does this setup work?
I'm glad to see you taking an interest. Each of these monitors is connected to multiple cameras, of which I've strategically jacked into throughout the valley, with official clearance, of course. I can switch between cameras with these buttons. There's also a VCR for each monitor. I keep a record of everything I see, so if I happen across something intriguing, I can keep it on file.
Окей. Зачем нам это только? Непонятно. Спросить про него самого.
So about you and your, work. Shoot.
И все? А, как ты стал таким?
You seem to be really into this spying business.
It's not spying, son. It's cinema verite. These candid moments of Hill Valley's residents will eventually be compiled and edited into the documentaries and promotional materials that advertise our way of life to the rest of the world. True, you can argue that I've taken things to extremes, but I still get up to take my meals, and of course to use the facilities.
You're supposed to be... I mean, wouldn't you rather spend your time writing, say, science fiction novels?
Science fiction. I did mess around with it once, but that was before Citizen Brown made it illegal.
Science
Офигеть.
fiction's illegal?
Sci-fi promotes an unhealthy obsession with the fantastic and impossible, and it encourages the idea that there might be better societies than Hill Valley, which is subversive nonsense, of course.
Okay, different subject.
Yeah?
Чем дальше в лес, тем злее партизаны, да?
It's about Mom.
Как она такой
How'd
стала?
she get to be such a mess? This isn't how she is in my perfect world.
You're right, it's a real puzzle. Because of course we both know Hill Valley is a perfect world, but for some peculiar reason, the harder I try to get her to conform to the rules, the more she slips up.
Можешь оставить ее в покое?
Don't you think Mom would be a little more... if you gave her just a little bit of space?
Now, there's a fine suggestion. What would Hill Valley be like if people gave each other space? Why, we'd all be tempted to follow our own impulses, and there's no telling where that might lead.
Так, ладно, давай другую тему. Давай по
Something on your
поводу меня.
It's about me.
I'm all ears.
Какой я?
Well, from certain things I've heard, I get the idea that people in this town regard Marty McFly as a
what?
a nerd.
They said that?
In so many words.
Just because a boy studies hard and gets straight A's and respects the rules and doesn't party or drink or stay out late and is perhaps a bit socially inept and obsessed with personal hygiene and prefers his rubber band collection
Stop! I really don't want to hear anymore.
Да, явно зануда.
Proud of you, son.
Где я могу найти себя?
Is there anywhere you expect me to be, like, right now?
Well, I did expect you to be up at the lake until tomorrow with that math-magic competition, so I guess your time is pretty much your own right now.
Так, что думаешь про меня и Дженнифер?
I'm trying to understand why Jennifer broke up with me in this time, recent past.
Are you still mooning over that girl? Forget her! She's bad news. Why, my surveillance cameras have caught her doing things that are completely against the Hill Valley Code.
I don't want to know.
Kissing boys. Sitting with boys in cars. I've kept quiet about it for her father's sake, but believe me, you're well rid of her.
Okay, different subject.
Yeah?
Вроде бы о всем, о чем хотели, мы спросили.
Well, I'll leave you to your snooping.
Supervising, son. Supervising.
I'll leave you to it.
Right.
Hey, demerit? Hey, what for?
Нарушайте правила, можете начать с поисков тайника. Чего? Лоррейн. Что там было написано? Возможно, Лоррейн прячет что-то, она может раскрыть это, если ей позволить уединиться. Лоррейн? Кто такая Лоррейн? Электромухобойка.
Effective against moths, mosquitoes, and tannins.
И против таннов, да. Помню, помню.
What's the problem, citizen?
Oops, wrong number.
Так, ну я думал, что нам нужно будет поехать на то самое озеро, где в это время должен быть Марти Макфлай. О!
Okay. Welcome to Soupmo, where soup is just... Oh, it's you. This better be important, McFly.
Leech, was that Jennifer?
Well, A, it's none of your business, and B, seeing as she ain't your chick no more, yeah.
Okay, now this timeline is really pissing me off.
Ты Дженнифер?
Jennifer? Really?
Oh, is the poor little nerd jealous?
Well, yeah, and a little disgusted.
That's probably the soup.
Веди себя прилично с Дженнифер.
You better treat Jen with respect, Leech.
Hey, I got nothing but respect for Jennifer. Respect for her eyes, for her hips, the way she wriggles when she...
Hey!
Now, that dork that let her get away, there's a loser that I got no respect for.
Почему в этой игре нельзя двинуть в пятак? Так, почему ты чихаешь?
You got a cold or something?
Ugh, it's allergies. I swear, there's a dog hanging out around here somewhere.
A dog?
Yeah, and the stupid mutt keeps trying to steal my free samples.
Так, где-то собака рядом, смотри.
You sure there's a dog around here?
Listen, smart boy, there's only two things I'm allergic to. Dogs and disco, and I don't hear no chicka-bow-wow, do you?
No.
Then it's a dog.
Так, что в меню там у
What's on
тебя?
the menu?
Soup.
Just soup?
And more.
What kind of soup you got?
Scrole...
Rivellini?
Yeah, that's right.
Some things never change. What falls under the more category?
We got neat loaf. It's made with textured wheat protein.
No thanks.
Что еще?
What else falls under the more category?
Well, there's the hum burger. It's made from pressed roasted hummus.
Do you have any real meat back there?
Define real.
Что-нибудь съедобное у тебя
I'm
есть?
afraid to ask, but what other non-soup food do you have? Anything edible?
Well, we have these pea and liver with soy cheese hot dogs. They're new, and we're
Фу,
offering free samples.
Какие
You want
печени,
one?
какие... Ну давай образец
Where are
мне.
the free samples?
Here, I keep them behind the counter.
Oh God,
If you puke, you're cleaning it up, wuss.
I can't finish this.
Not my problem.
Что это за дрянь,
What are
реально?
those things? Those are the liver and peas with soy cheese hot dogs.
Ew.
You and me both, brown noser.
Почему они за прилавком? Кто за
Why are
прилавком?
the samples behind the counter?
I can't leave them out, dude. There's a DOG running around town, and he keeps going after the sample tray, knocking them all over the ground.
A dog? Wait, these samples haven't been on the ground, have they?
Geez, McFly, relax. They're fresh. Mostly.
Ладно. Насчет собаки. Я думаю, может быть, взять этот один образец и поискать собаку.
About this dog, what's he look like?
Beats me. He's a smart little SOB. He only comes around when my back is turned.
Then how do you know it's a dog? You can smell him?
Allergies, dimwit.
Аллергия на собаку у него, да? Ну, все.
Smell you later.
Так, давай возьмем бесплатные
Even screwed
образцы.
up Nutso Hill Valley doesn't deserve that smell.
Не, он не хочет брать. Ну, значит... понятно, мне надо выманить его с той стороны. О, собака.
Hey, there's that mangy. Go get him, McFly.
Но это собака Дока. О, убежала туда. Не знаю, для чего нам нужен баллончик с краской, но мы его себе возьмем.
That leads to the soup mo. Leech is in there. I'd rather he come out here.
Так, чтобы вышел. Что ж с тобой сделать, чтобы ты вышел? А теперь мы можем
He's
пролезть.
gotta be hiding in here somewhere.
Окей, давай искать.
You in there, Einie? Or whatever your name is these days?
Да, это был Эйнштейн. Он убежал.
Not a sign of him.
Блин, мать, что ты такой тупой, а?
That leads to the soup mo. Leech is in there. I'd rather he come out here. It's just another brick in the wall.
Нет, этот кирпич какой-то необычный.
They've bricked up the entrance to the old speakeasy.
Да, видите, один кирпич какой-то необычный. Может, Дженнифер что-нибудь новое скажет?
My spray can?
Oh,
Dork. Yeah?
Ты парень из столовой?
you and Leech, Jennifer?
Hey, don't badmouth Leech. There's a lot more to him than soup, you know.
Like what?
For one thing, he wields an axe like nobody's business.
Но Марти тоже у нас играет на гитаре достаточно неплохо.
So you got yourself a new guitar player.
What can I say? I'm a girl who appreciates a hot lick.
Yeah, I remember. Come on, Jennifer. Nobody in town plays guitar like me.
I'm talking electric guitar, Martin. I'm gonna be honest, the ukulele has to go.
Я могу переиграть Лича когда угодно.
I can outplay your loser boyfriend any day of the week.
You're that desperate to get to first base.
Did you say first or fourth?
I'd give you 2.5. But first you gotta prove you've got better fingers than Leech. You ready to throw down?
I was born ready.
Okay, so where's your guitar, McLoser? I should have known. All talk, no rock.
Ты видела здесь собак?
You haven't seen a stray dog around here, have you?
Not since they were banned.
Leech is a wastoid. Come on, Jen. It's you and me.
Dream on, McFly. We might have had a thing for about 10 minutes, but you're not even in the same league as Leech.
Так.
Your paint's starting to streak.
Ah,
Нарушайте правила, попробуйте познакомиться с бродячим псом. Как это сделать? Опять туда побежал. Блин, как мне выманить его? Вам никогда не угадать, где прячется пес, он слишком умен. А если бы пес оставлял следы, вам бы не пришлось гадать, где он. Следы, да? Может, на стене что-нибудь нарисовать?
You missed a spot.
Берем балл. У меня есть образец соевого хот-дога. Хорошо. А баллончик, что, я отдал ей, что ли? Попробуем сделать так. Это же тоже нарушение порядка, правильно?
pinheads, huh? Figures. Give me that.
Что написал Марти и тупицы?
Where could he be hiding?
Так, если нам взять в руки вот эту штуку и посмотреть сюда,
Decency prevents me from leaving this here.
или сюда.
Decency prevents me from leaving this here. I bet you're under here.
Ну понятно, он прячется
Not a
где-то
sign of him.
за тремя этими вещами, но как-то надо... берем эту штуку. Наносим, наверное, на доску.
It would look better blue.
Да, действительно. И выкинул. Значит, теперь у нас нам не понадобится больше этот баллончик с краской. Так, Марти, возвращайся.
Not interested.
Да, куда-то пошел. Так, и теперь мы точно
Now we're
угадаем,
in
где он
business.
за столом. Да, блять, он пошел все равно к холодильнику.
Outsmarted you, didn't I? Oh, don't be like that, Einie.
Так, Эйнштейн.
Einstein, is that your name in this timeline too?
Ну, он какой-то злой.
Guess not.
Давайте его покормим, что ли. Я не знаю, будет эта дрянь хавать или нет.
Look, Einie, I've got a treat for you. Attaboy, now hold still. See, I'm not such a bad guy, right? Whoa, whoa, okay. I guess I've won you over. I wish they were all this easy. Huh? What is it, boy? Einstein, wait! No! No!
Rabies! Rabies! Help!
Back! Down! Sit! Play dead!
Play dead.
Officer Parker, subdue that beast at once!
Einstein, sit!
Einstein?
Oh, if he bites me, you'll be in a world of trouble, citizen. Wait, I know that creature. Officer Parker, that's the stray that keeps escaping the kennel. I thought he was muzzled.
I took the muzzle off.
You what?
That's right, he's my dog now.
Citizen, you are in violation of Statute 357K.
Так,
Parker,
хорошо.
demerit this hooligan at once. I'll return this creature to the kennel.
Yes, ma'am.
Filthy, wretched beasts.
Don't worry, Einie. Once I fix all this, you'll be back with Doc and romping through time.
Now stay out of trouble, unless you want a visit from Citizen Brown.
Конечно, хочу. Можете начать с поисков тайника Лоррейн. Что за тайник Лоррейн? А, у Лоррейн мама и его.
Mom?
Спросить про флягу, про меня, про нее, про папу, про других, про Хилвелли, правила. Так, ну спросим про флягу.
Mom, are you drinking again?
Don't be silly, dear. Booze is illegal, you know.
Yeah, Mom. It's just that Dad mentioned...
Your father. Why, I just can't get away from his prying eyes. Always spying, always watching. You mind your own business, George.
Now, Lorraine, this is for your own good. I know you're keeping a secret from me.
It's mine to keep.
Dad! Mom! Knock it off, you two!
Now, you listen here, young man. This is an adult matter between your mother and me.
Dad, I know, but your way isn't working. You gotta give her some space here.
Huh? Where'd she go?
Mom?
Aha! I knew it. What is that in your hand? Rum? Gin? A wine cooler?
For your information, it's brass cleaner. I have a job to do here, you know.
Lorraine.
No.
Lorraine, I'm just trying to look out for you. You know the kind of trouble we can get into if you're drinking again.
George, I wouldn't be so on edge if you weren't suffocating me all the time.
Was that an admission?
An admission of how smothered I am by you?
Так, может быть она в ведре прячет, но я почему-то не могу нацелиться на ведро. Интерком. Статуя. На статую мы смотрели уже. Ого, я не думал, что он так сделает. Что мы изменили? О!
What happened? What the heck am I looking at?
Yes.
Так, мама идет бухать. Ну-ка, ну-ка, ну-ка.
Mom, now that Dad isn't watching...
Oh, Martin.
Was that a flask, Mom?
Flask? Don't be ridiculous.
Look, it's okay, Mom. Get a hold of yourself.
Oh, your father's right. I'm backsliding. But it's been so hard, what with your brother and sister leaving, and then your father getting obsessed with his monitors, and...
Let me take care of the flask. Dad doesn't have to know anything about it.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart. I couldn't bear the thought of facing your father over this.
Так, можем поднять флягу. И таким образом нарушим...
Timeline sucks. Mom and Dad are fighting again. Mom's drinking. It's like everything Doc and I ever did to fix things is falling apart. Time to get some attention.
Окей. Мне нужно как-то перед ментом встать, что ли, и бухать.
Hands up, citizen. Assume the position.
Here goes nothing.
И сейчас он найдет флягу, да?
There better be apple juice in this.
Why don't you open it and find out?
Don't get smart with me. I knew you were no good, McFly.
Officer Parker, what seems to be the problem here?
Citizen McFly, ma'am. Came strolling up with a 181B violation in his pocket.
Ugh. You, young citizen, where did you get that booze?
Nowhere?
Бюз.
Is he being smart with me?
Yeah.
Да, припроводите меня к
Played
гражданину
attitude on
Брауну.
me as well.
Уже надоело
Can you
здесь
just
с вами
fast forward the lecture
нянчиться.
and just get this over with already?
Officer, demerit him severely. And as for the alcohol, drop it into the recycling bin.
With pleasure, ma'am.
Уничтожающая корзина.
Find yourself in front of Citizen Brown.
Так, второе предупреждение есть. Замечательно. Обнимайтесь с Дженнифер так, чтобы это увидели. Но Дженнифер не хочет со мной вообще. Штраф за контрабанду, штраф за собаку у нас уже есть. Фото Марти Дженнифер с выпускного. Так, надо подумать, что делать с Дженнифер. Она вообще с нами общаться не хочет. Может, Биф нам что-нибудь новое скажет? Нет.
Hey, got a sec, Biff?
Sure, Martin. What's on your mind?
О плохом прошлом, гражданин плюс, неплохая одежда.
See you later,
Понятно.
Biff.
Все то же самое. Так, этот здесь один.
McFly, you're a real buzzkill, you know that?
Бесплатные образцы, это все
See
мы
ya.
читали.
Smell you later.
Так, будет ли у нас какая-нибудь что-нибудь новенькое с этим?
Yeah?
Leech is all thumbs. I could play circles around him.
Yeah, if only you had a guitar. And talent.
Видимо, надо двигать за гитарой. Наверное, да. Так, значит, садимся на машину и за гитарой. Ну, прежде чем поедем туда, небольшой перерыв сделаем. 5 минут. Так, ну садимся в тачку. Видимо, нам надо ехать с гитарой. Почему он ходит только по тротуарам, черт возьми?
You shouldn't have taken away my guitar, Dad. Rock and roll is my destiny.
Trust your father on this one. I may not know much about music, but I know enough to know that you don't know much about music.
Дай мне гитару.
Come on, Dad. I need that guitar.
Give me one good reason why I should give it back to you.
Because
Вот правду скажем.
a certain girl is only gonna like me if I can play the guitar.
A certain girl. You don't mean...
Jennifer.
Oh, Martin. Why are you fixated on that little hellion? She's nothing but trouble.
Yeah, my kind of trouble.
And besides, the way you play guitar, you're only gonna drive her further Go ahead, son. Do your worst.
Thanks, Dad.
О, так просто. Ладно, гитара есть. Двигаем теперь. К Дженнифер. Я надеюсь, там у отца ничего больше не надо было брать. Так, Дженнифер. Гитара и Дженнифер. Да, нет. Да, твою мать.
Yeah?
Your paint's starting to streak.
Ah!
Гитара. Дженнифер.
I'm ready to rock.
You against Leech? You sure you want to do this?
Да я его сделаю.
Yeah, I was born ready.
Okay.
You can knock on my door anytime.
Hold it, we got company.
Фу, у него сопля торчит, только что увидел.
What's that was doing here?
He says he can outplay you. I told him, there's no one in Hill Valley better than you. Want to go prove it?
The Ring of Rock?
Don't crush him too bad. Just teach him a lesson.
Так. Да, Марти так умеет. Этот черт тоже так умеет. Перейти к усилителю. Наверное, мне надо сделать что-нибудь, чтобы он... Прыжок ножницы. Чтобы он лоханулся, что ли? Так, ну-ка, взмах. Подойти к Дженнифер, перейти вправо.
You cut my cord, you asshole!
Somebody should have cut it a long time ago, McFly.
The winner and undefeated champion of Hill Valley.
Claim your prize, champ.
На его месте должен был быть я.
Go back to work. See you, loser.
I can't believe you'd let him get away with that. He totally broke the rules.
There are no rules in rock and roll, Martin. That's why a guy like you shouldn't compete.
Так, да, надо что-то придумать. Нужна подсказка. Лич играет грязно, может даже слишком грязно для него самого. И осторожнее, он жульничает. Окей. Возможно, он будет не так хорош, если перевернет свой усилитель. Так, ну давай попробуем еще раз.
I'm ready to rock.
You against Leech? You sure you want to do this?
Yeah.
Поехали.
I was born ready.
Дубль 2.
Okay.
Усилитель, наверное, будет стоять там, где вот стоял
I
я.
swatted you once, McFly. Shouldn't you be lying in the gutter?
I was, but then your mom threw me out. What'd you say, my mother?
Try not to leave any scars, baby.
What you say about my mom? Так. Перейти влево. Но это не усилитель, это же колонки. А где усилитель? Подняться на платформу. Господи, не похоже на идиотов. Ну-ка, перейдем к усилителю и поймем, где усилитель. Да, вот это и есть усилитель. Может, прыжок ножницы сделать? Но все происходит по тому же самому сценарию. Мне почему-то показалось, что его можно было скинуть в мусорное ведро. Ну, в мусорный контейнер. Если бы он там оставался. Так, ну-ка, прыжок. Да, да, черт возьми.
Martin McFly, that was totally awesome.
What can I say? Some guys got it and some guys don't.
You broke my headstock.
Да, сиди там,
Think I've got a
сопля.
new idol. Come here.
Wait, I got a better idea. What was it you called me? A square?
A girl's entitled to make a mistake, isn't she? Oh.
Так, и как раз мы сейчас спалимся.
Oh.
Ну...
Hooliganism! Delinquency! Officer Parker!
Вот и наше третье нарушение.
Jennifer?
Daddy! 476D!
Open mouths?
And tongues.
You've gone too far, Jennifer.
What's the big deal? It's only hormones.
Stop! We don't use words like that in this town.
I'll deal with you later, young lady. We're gonna have to have a long talk about the Citizen Plus program.
What?
Oh, come on.
Officer, give Mr. McFly a 476D's worth of demerits. I'll tend to your wayward
Yes,
daughter.
ma'am. And this is for getting my daughter in trouble with Citizen Edna. Now keep out of trouble, or Citizen Brown will come down on you like a brick wall.
Так, ну у нас уже 3 нарушения. Я хотел бы попасть к гражданину Брауну. Офигеть, электромобиль без водителя
Jennifer.
ездил.
Are you still angry with me?
Angry? Nah. The threat of being Citizen Plus was worth it just to see my dad's veins go all purple like that.
Great, because I gotta go.
Geez, Martin, what's gotten into you? Booze, dogs, necking in public? It's like you're a different guy today. A way cooler guy.
I know this is gonna be hard to believe, but I'm the same guy I've always been. It's everyone else who's messed up. And stop calling me Martin, it's Marty.
Well, Marty, what's next on the agenda? Knocking over banks?
Maybe. What's a guy gotta do to get in trouble around here?
I think you're about to find out.
You, citizen.
Get out of here, Jen.
Not a problem.
Are you Martin Seamus McFly?
Yes?
We have a warrant for your detention.
Detention?
You've accrued over 15,000 demerits in the past 24 hours.
15 тысяч нарушений? Нифига себе.
Young Mr. McFly is being branded as a criminal of weak moral character. Cool.
I'm not weak.
But you are in a heap of trouble.
Trouble?
Oh my, yes. But don't worry, we're here to take care of you.
Like your Citizen Plus program took care of Biff?
Perhaps. The program is in need of new volunteers. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, let's see what Citizen Brown has to say about your particular strain of antisocial behavior.
You're taking me to Citizen Brown?
Immediately.
О, круто.
Officers, away with him.
Yes, ma'am.
Как долго мы этого ждали.
I always knew your goody two-shoes A+ student act was too good to be true.
Док.
Come in, citizen. Martin McFly, age 18, resident of Sector L, Father George, Mother Lorraine, president of the Junior Brown Brigade, recipient of a full-ride scholarship to Strickland College, winner of the Courthouse Challenge Deportment Award, 0 demerits until this morning. The obvious question, Mr. McFly, is... what happened to you?
Что с тобой произошло?
Jesus Christ, Doc, what happened to you?
Doc. Interesting. You regard me as a doctor, indicating awareness that you're suffering from some variety of mental disorder. That's a hopeful sign, Martin. Of course, I'm not actually a doctor, but I do have the tools to turn you around and put you back on the road to societal normalization. Shall we begin with a few questions to establish a baseline?
Не, не хочу.
Get questions. You're the one who needs to turn around.
Explain.
Ты не должен быть таким.
Yes, what you've turned into, it's all wrong. You're supposed to be a scientist, an inventor. You created the flux capacitor, and we went on all these crazy adventures in time, and your hair, you don't look good, Doc.
So you believe this interview is really more about me than you?
Yes.
You went to all this trouble just to deliver a message to me in person?
Yes.
A cry for help, as it were.
Yes. No, wait.
Tell me, Martin, is your mother on the sauce again?
Не впутывайте маму, это...
Forget my mother. She's not the issue here.
Да, вопрос...
Don't ever forget your mother, Martin. Your parents are your superiors, and respect for one's superiors is absolutely essential to the Hill Valley Order. I'm surprised your father hasn't set you straight on this point. He's shown himself to be a very obedient and cooperative citizen.
Не впутывай сюда папу.
Leave my dad out of it, okay? Let's focus on you and your time machine.
Time machine?
Yeah, Doc, listen to me. You don't remember it, but you built a time machine out of a DeLorean.
Why?
Да, идиотский вопрос, правда.
Well, just for the hell of it, I guess. Plus, the steel frame of the DeLorean, dispersal, I don't know. It was important for some reason.
Fascinating.
Yes! Yes, it is fascinating. It's amazing. It's incredible. But you don't know it because you've never invented it. You're not the real Doc Brown. You gotta believe me.
And this is because?
Everything got screwed up when I went back in time to 1931.
Sounds like this time machine is a very impractical and dangerous invention.
Ну да, в принципе, да.
I mean, yes. What I mean is it's messed up a lot of things, but first, it made a lot of things better. Like my mom and my dad. It was only thanks to your time machine that they ever became successful and happy.
So they're happy.
But they're not, because you summoned me back in time, and somehow your timeline got messed up, and everybody else is along with it.
I see.
No, you don't. Think back. Don't you remember me? We knew each other when you were 18. I'm Sonny Crockett.
Incredible. This case is more serious than I'd imagined. The boy has fabricated.
Бля, я думал, он вспомнил, а он делает какие-то выводы по поводу того, что у меня крыша едет. Думаешь, я сумасшедший?
Crazy. I guess maybe I sound crazy, but you gotta believe me.
Calm down, Martin. I'm not blaming you for anything. The failure is ours, not yours. Obviously, there was a drastic flaw in your social conditioning.
God, you don't understand.
No, I don't understand you, but I want to. I want to get at the root of your problem. Keep talking.
Так, ну ему, по крайней мере, интересно.
Take your time. Look around the room. Perhaps something here will stimulate your memory.
Так, убедите гражданина Брауна помочь вам. Фотография Эйнштейна.
Okay, take a look at this picture of Einstein here.
The dog. Harboring dangerous animals is a municipal offense.
Yeah, they told me, but you harbored this very same animal once, a long time ago. Remember the test run of your rocket car? Einstein landed on the roof of the courthouse.
I do recall something of the sort, but naturally it couldn't have been the same dog.
There wasn't anything natural about it. Einstein's a time traveler too, thanks to your invention.
An impressively detailed illusion. Keep talking.
Так, что еще? Билет в кино, точно.
You still got the movie ticket.
Indeed I do. A memento of my first date with Edna. I took her to see The Virtuous Husband.
And you never saw Frankenstein. You were supposed to go see Frankenstein that night. It was gonna give you the inspiration you needed to pull off your big demonstration at the Hill Valley Expo.
Inspired by Frankenstein? How whimsical, not to mention historically inaccurate. My darling wife is all the scientific news I've ever needed. From my successful demonstration at the 31 Expo all the way up to my cutting-edge Citizen Plus program.
Successful? It was supposed to be a failure.
Так, что еще? Часы, ну, вряд ли. Не знаю.
Something about that clock looks familiar.
Ну да, они похожи на здание суда 31-го года. Оконные часы, может быть.
Wow, that is cool. The sound, it's kind of lulling. Right, wait, what was I doing?
Портрет.
So that's what Judge Brown looked like. I never actually saw him.
Of course not. He died before you were born. He was my biggest supporter, after my wife, of course.
That's a switch. Last time I saw your younger self, you and your dad had just had a big falling out over your decision to become an inventor instead of a lawyer. Isn't that right?
Bizarre fantasy life. Go on. Proceed.
Ну, вроде он как-то поддается, да? Потихоньку. Мониторы. А что там на мониторах?
It's all the same stuff I saw on my dad's monitors. I think. The whole town is under surveillance.
Может быть, у нас есть вещи? Подожди, а здесь что?
Hey, this is your fish tank.
Yes, that is my fish tank.
It looks much better without all the bacteria.
What? Edna just had it cleaned.
Yeah, but in 1931 it was full of bacteria that we used to make rocket fuel. Remember?
Да, это было
Trying to confuse me.
в первом эпизоде.
My whole life has been dedicated to the practical use of technology to shape a more efficient, orderly society. Ask anyone. It's a fact. You can look it up.
You know better, right, Emmett?
Wrong. Do you see this picture? I keep it close by me to remind me of the moment when my life's course became clear. August 25th, 1931. The day I single-handedly captured Kit Tannen, the scourge of Hill Valley.
Single-handedly?
And not incidentally the day I caught the eye of Edna Strickland, my scientific muse and the love of my life. Take a look. What you see there is a young man who understands his destiny.
That's not what I see.
What do you see?
Так. Так, Марти и Док. Эммет. А где Марти и Док? На заднем фоне.
I think it is.
What?
It's me and you, the other you.
It is me. And you. But how?
Дошло наконец-таки.
It's impossible.
No, it's science. Your science, Doc.
In this other world, the one you say you come from, am I happy there?
Very happy. You've got two great sons.
Sons?
Yes, and a fantastic wife.
Not Edna?
Not even remotely. And your invention. Jeez, Doc, you can go anywhere you want to. Anywhere in time. You're the luckiest guy in the universe.
And what about Hill Valley?
Hill Valley? You know it's got problems. A little bit of urban decay here, a little bit of crime there. It's a normal city. People are happy, mostly. And even when they're miserable, they're not miserable like they are in your Hill Valley.
Stop! There are no miserable people in my Hill Valley.
Give me a break. You don't really believe...
My citizens lead lives of order and peace. Nobody worries. Nobody complains.
Only because they were afraid to. Jeez, open your eyes, will you? You and Edna have got them all terrorized.
That's Mrs. Brown to you, Sonny.
Doc.
Kindly address me as Your Honor.
Вот это да.
We worked for over 50 years, my wife and I. Every waking moment devoted to ridding Hill Valley of vice and disorder. And you dare to claim that our citizens are unhappy?
Yeah, I do. I've seen it. They're just too afraid to speak up.
Afraid? Afraid of what?
Afraid of the consequences of their actions, Doc. You run this place like it's a police state.
Nonsense.
I can prove it.
All right then, time travel boy. You do that. And until you do, I'm going to treat your wild story as just that. A story told by a madman. And I've determined that the best treatment is simply to let the insanity run its course.
Так, надо
So,
доказать.
is the interview over? Should I leave?
Please do. I'm very busy. I've got a city to run.
Fine, but I'll be back with proof.
Доказать мы сможем с помощью видеозаписи отца, я так понимаю. Точно, даже он сам сюда приехал. Как бы намекая.
Doc wants proof that Hill Valley isn't the perfect place he thinks it is. One smoking gun coming up. Dad!
Ох, нифига себе.
Pop out the tape, son. I think it's done rewinding.
Whoa, take it easy. Sit here.
Guess I blacked out for a minute there. Fell out of my chair.
Fell nothing. Somebody whacked you.
Whacked me? Impossible. We take great pride in the fact that incidences of physical violence in Hill Valley have fallen to virtually...
Who did it? Can you tell me?
This can't be happening.
There's gotta be a clue around here somewhere.
Да вон же лежит. Найдите секретную кассету Джорджа.
Dad, that's not one of our bats, is it?
No. McFlys never use aluminum bats. Curious.
Oh, wait, don't touch it. It's evidence.
Of what? Oh, why Why would anyone do a thing like that to a nice Sector L citizen like me?
What's the last thing you remember?
I was sitting right here, copying another incriminating scene onto my tapes. My tapes! What happened to my tapes?
Stay calm, Dad.
Are they on the floor? Do you see them? They're in a box marked raw footage.
Ну, где-то должна быть секретная кассета. Коробка для
Here it
кассеты.
is. Raw footage.
Thank heavens.
Wait a minute.
You see, I told you were just jumping to conclusions. All these dark suspicions about thieves and attackers when all the time it was just
empty.
What?
There's no tapes.
But I'm sure they were in there before.
Before whoever it was whacked you in the head and took them.
Oh my gosh, I've been mugged. Mugged in Hill Valley. They can't get away with it. Oh!
Don't worry, Dad. We'll get to the bottom of this.
Who could have done this to me?
Наверное, Эдна.
Who wouldn't want Doc to get the straight dope on Hill Valley? Edna!
Are you saying I was mugged by the mayor's elderly wife?
Not exactly, no.
Oh, it's no use. The tapes are gone. All I can do is hope against hope they don't surface and land me in trouble.
Come on, Dad, we can't just give up.
Надо найти больше информации, да.
Maybe there's some more clues around here.
What's the use? Even if we find out who took the tapes, we're not going to be able to get them back without attracting attention to ourselves.
There's gotta be something we could do to get our hands on those tapes.
Well, we can make new ones.
We can?
Sure. It may take a while, but if you're willing to help your old man out, it shouldn't take us more than, say, 6 months?
6 месяцев.
But I need those tapes now.
You need the tapes.
What I mean is...
Во, я должен дать их гражданину Брауну.
I gotta give it to Citizen Brown. I told him I was gonna furnish him with proof that Hill Valley isn't as happy as he thinks it is. When I was in his office, just before I came here.
You had an interview with Citizen Brown?
It wasn't easy to get, believe me. I had to break all kinds of rules.
You've been breaking rules?
Harboring stray dogs, kissing girls in public, getting caught with Mom's flask.
That is the most far-fetched story I've ever heard.
It's true.
You forget I'm your father. I know your history.
Yeah, well, history's changed.
Prove it.
Так. Что мы можем здесь сделать еще?
WOPR. A Whopper. I wonder what that stands for. I'm telling you the truth, Dad. I've been breaking rules all over town.
You'll have to convince me.
Да, я должен ему предъявить, наверное, штрафы, да?
Read him and weep.
Demerits, but
it's the only way.
I don't understand.
Dad, listen to me. I mean, really listen. You and I both know that things aren't right here. Citizen Brown might have started with good intentions, but his Hill Valley's just made everybody miserable.
Shh! You said that to him?
Basically, yeah.
Oh, there go our privileges.
No, wait. I got him to listen, Dad, and he's gonna make things right for you and Mom and all of us. I can't explain how. You're just gonna have to trust me on this.
Okay.
But first I have to show him your tapes to prove my point.
Oh, no. No.
Dad.
This scheme of yours, maybe you know what you're doing, I can't say. But leave me out of
Dad.
it. I don't like trouble. I can't handle it. It's not in my genes.
But...
Ради гражданина Брауна.
It's your civic duty. Doesn't Citizen Brown always tell us
to keep our noses clean, and that's what I plan to do.
Ради своей семьи.
Think of your family.
I am. And I don't want to see my family relocated to Sector X with all the other hopeless cases.
Ради Артура.
Do it for your father.
My father?
Yeah, Arthur McFly.
I know his name.
Didn't he have something to do with putting away Kid Tannen, you know, way back when?
Yes. Yes, he did. Where'd you hear about that? It was way back before Citizen Brown cleaned up the town, before I was even born. Everyone lived in terror of Kid Tannen and his goons. But Dad stood up to him. He had evidence of Kid's guilt, see, and he risked his life to deliver it to the authorities. Never be afraid to do the right thing. That's what he always used to tell me.
And what are you doing?
Trying to remember which is the right feed.
Feed to what?
To the surveillance camera, the one in the yard.
Wait a minute. You have a surveillance camera trained on
Да-да-да, я
yourself?
уже увидел, что там есть
I
камера.
cover all bases. Help me figure out which monitor I'm on.
На каком мониторе ты? Так, можно же как-то переключать же, да? Нет.
That it? You're looking for the one that's trained on us.
Так, монитор, видеомагнитофон. Переключатель. Нет, не то. Не то. Не то. Значит, где-то из этих двух мониторов. Ну, возможно, тот разбитый. Вот она.
Hello?
Так, и теперь...
There, that looks like us. So the surveillance tape must be on this VCR. This must be before the attack. Let's see. I remember cleaning the playback heads at 5:30. The attack couldn't have been very long after.
Ну, точно, Биф.
But it can't be him. The Citizens Plus program has rendered him as gentle as a
Но он действовал
kitten. Huh?
по заказу, наверное,
I
той
can't
старухи,
understand
Эдны.
it. It's not the way he's supposed to behave. Why, even the old Biff would never...
Wait, what's that weird flashing on his wrist?
Let's find out. I knew this zoom and enhanced feature would come in handy someday. Cost me a bundle at the hobby shop.
Это
It's his
часы.
digital watch. I wonder why it's doing that. Hey, wait, stop the picture. Can you zoom in anymore? X11?
You know what that means?
Not yet.
Lorraine!
Don't lay into me, George. I've got something very important to say, and then I'm going to be leaving again.
I've got something important to say, too. I was attacked
It's
and
always
robbed.
about you, isn't it? You can't just wait and listen to my news. Oh, no. You have to go and beat me to the punch.
That's right. You two sort things out. I've got some business to attend to.
Так, а куда же нам ехать со всем этим делом? Может быть, к Бифу?
Biff!
Whoa, settle down there, fella.
You beat up my dad.
Do we have a problem here, citizens?
No, officer. Just a little misunderstanding. I'm sure we can work it out. Right, Martin?
Sure.
Okay. Let me know if you need any help, Mr. Tannen.
Now let's see if we can get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, let's.
Зачем ты избила моего отца?
Why'd you hurt my dad, Biff? He never did anything to you in this timeline.
Timeline? What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. I saw you on camera.
I can't hurt anybody. Thanks to Citizen Plus, I blow chunks whenever I even think about doing bad stuff.
Да, его как-то запрограммировали, наверное. Что за...
If you didn't beat up my dad, then where have you been for the last couple of hours?
Well, I was...
What?
That's strange. I don't remember.
Последнее, что ты
What's
помнишь?
the last thing you remember before your memory loss?
Well, I was handing out flyers for the Citizen Plus program, just like I'd been doing all day. I just finished giving some leftover bologna to a cute little squirrel when Miss Edna came by.
Ага, мисс Эдна.
Yeah, she wanted to run a diagnostic on my Citizen Plus watch. I must have fallen asleep or something, because when she was done, it was an hour later. And then your mom came by.
So the last thing you remember before my dad got beat up is Edna fiddling with your watch?
Yeah, that does sound pretty bad, doesn't it?
Biff, your watch. Does X11 mean anything to you?
X11? Is that a new band or something? I don't go in for that new hippity-hoppity stuff.
It's not a band, Biff. It's a mode on your Citizen Plus watch.
Weird. I've never seen it look like that. Heck, I can barely get this thing to stop blinking. See?
Так, поговорите с Бифом, найдите секретную кассету Джорджа. Окей. Час вверх.
Cool. Hey, I didn't know you could do that.
Да я тоже не все пойму. Режим какой-то.
My wrist's getting a little sore, Martin.
Так, такой режим. Да, теперь оставим. Минута вверх. Во.
I've got a few more questions, Biff.
All right, Martin.
Biff, your watch. I've got a few more questions, Biff.
All right, Martin.
Непонятно, как управлять с этими часами. Так, час вверх, час вниз, режим.
Biff? Okay, that's weird.
Он, по-моему, будет подчиняться, да? Где запись моего
Where's
отца?
my dad's tape?
Неужели уничтожил?
Would you do me a favor and go get my dad's tape?
Давай, дуй.
Hey, Mr. Tannen. What's up? Is that McFly kid bothering you?
Короче, зомби сделали из Бифа.
Go in there. Hey!
Whoa! Holy smokes. What happened to him?
I don't know. No one's ever jumped into the recycling bin before.
Well, where does it go?
That information is above my pay grade. Oh, jeez. I'm in a lot of trouble now. Don't move a muscle, McFly. I gotta go tell Citizen Brown about this.
Давай, дуй.
I've got a really bad feeling about this. Well, here goes nothing.
Наверное, она ведет куда-нибудь в здание суда.
Gosh, ma'am. Did I do something wrong?
Did I do something? Mr. Tannen, I put a lot of work into honing you as the first Citizen Plus. What on earth possessed you to assault a police officer and dive head first into the recycling bin?
I do all that?
Lord, I thought your father was dim.
No, really. I don't remember doing anything like that. The last thing I remember, I was showing that nice McFly kid my watch. Then, blam, I'm down here and you're yelling at me.
McFly? McFly.
Strickland.
Oh, hi, Martin.
Give me the tapes, Edna.
Mr. Tannen, please restrain our guest.
Опять зомбик.
Biff, stop! Stop! Oh no.
Надо что-нибудь сделать с часами.
Come on, Biff. Snap out of it. Ah!
Конфеты, Эдна, биф, часы.
Come on, Biff. Snap out of it. Ah! Biff, isn't that the license plate to your car?
Sheila? Huh?
Tannen! Focus! I should have known you'd be trouble someday. Your
Так,
whole...
пиво.
Hey, look over there. It's beer.
Beer? What's going on?
Biff Howard Tannen! Obey your programming! You see, Mr. McFly, thanks to the enhancements I've made to the Citizen Plus program, I can bring even the most rabid of dogs to heel.
Ах ты стерва. Так, пиво не прокатывает. Может быть, конфеты?
Candy. No?
Нет, по конфетам он не прется.
It's no use struggling, Mr. McFly. With his theta-amplified state,
Мониторы.
Mr. Tannen is more than a
It's your favorite show. Damn, what would really get Biff's attention down here?
Это черт возьми, что с ним делать-то?
Edna, what are you doing?
What I've always done. Keeping Hill Valley safe from hooligans like you and your father.
Так, используйте стрелки, чтобы смотреться. О, порно, может быть.
Look, girly mags.
Boobies. Where am I?
Tannen, I didn't go behind my namby-pamby husband's back so you could wallow in your vices.
Ow.
Так, про порно тоже не прокатило. Остатки от пейнтбольного. Что там? Автомата. Сигары. Давайте вправо посмотрим. Видеоигры.
Hey, it's Wild Gunman. Not a fan of video games, huh?
Черт, не любит. Рекламные сувениры, может быть.
Novelties? Biff, whoopee cushions. You never had much of a sense of humor.
Да что ж тебе надо?
I think Martin will make a nice Citizen Plus candidate. Don't
Чё, он
you,
больше не
Mr.
держит меня?
Tannen?
Ну, остались остатки от пейнтбольного автомата.
Parts?
Сигары.
Biff, aren't those your favorite cigars?
Cubans.
Или все вместе надо было сделать?
Tannen, listen to me.
Babes. Booze.
По-моему, он сейчас сойдет с ума просто. Съедет с катушек. Пиво, девочки, сигары. Башка просто лопнет сейчас. Ну или так.
Tannen, get up, you useless slacker.
Come on, Edna, give the poor jerk a break.
A break? You sound like my wishy-washy husband, always trying to find the good in people, never wanting to accept the fact that some people are just born bad.
Maybe, but that doesn't give you the right to turn them into zombies. Now, give me my dad's tapes so I can...
You mean those tapes I erased while you were struggling with my zombie?
What? Come on.
Utopias are fragile things, Mr. McFly. Especially when overseen by minds as distractible as my husband's.
No. No.
Edna!
Он все слышал.
Emmett, what are you doing here?
I came down here to investigate a troubling report involving Mr. Tannen.
Doc, you gotta stop her. She...
Silence!
Или не слышал.
I was concerned there might be a flaw in my Citizen Plus program. Imagine my surprise when I found my wife perverting my life's work.
Ну, значит, слышал.
His this what it's all been about, Edna? All those years? All our struggles to cure society's illnesses? Just to create a world where free will can be turned off with a flick of a switch?
Oh, please, Emmett. You wanted this just as much as I did. Remember? If only we could tell someone to stay off the grass, and so help us, they would never tread foot on a well-manicured lawn again. That's what Citizen Plus does. It makes rules unbreakable. I only gave it the slightest of changes.
Enough! We will not have this discussion here.
But...
Go home and wait for me.
Fine.
Так, док, ну прими правильное решение. Нам уже пора.
Doc.
Father, what have I done?
I'm sorry about Edna, Doc. She didn't seem so bad back in 1931.
No, she wasn't. When we were first dating, she was so spirited, principled, compassionate. When did I lose her?
Doc, don't be so hard on yourself. This Hill Valley may be a little messed up. Okay, a lot messed up, but you were just trying to help people.
Or was I just entranced by the challenge of transforming the human psyche like so many?
Да, людей не переделаешь с их
I'm sure you wouldn't blame me
недостатками.
for all this, Doc.
He was so happy when I gave up my childish dreams in favor of Edna's more practical pursuits. Are you proud of me now, Father? Ah, enough wallowing. What's done is done. It's time to look forward.
Да, вроде док
Maybe,
вернулся.
but maybe not.
What?
Your notebook from the other timeline.
Not this foolishness again.
Look, you can use it to repair the time machine and fix all this so it never happened. Everyone could be back the way they're supposed to be. You, Edna, Jennifer, my parents. Doc, you once told me if you put your mind to it, you could accomplish anything. Well, accomplish this.
There's a lot of empty pages.
The only one you need is right here.
Потоковый накопитель. Да, действительно похож.
Martin, this could work. It'll take time, of course, but once it's done, we'll have all the time in the world. Ha ha!
Doc?
Martin, we must get started at once. Come on!
We bring Einie along.
The dog, yes, of course. You know, I used to love dogs before Edna came along.
You don't say.
I'll go ahead and start preparing a lab. Edna will be furious, but who cares? We've got a time machine to fix. Woohoo!
Так, нам нужна собаку
Don't worry,
вытащить.
boy. I'll get you out of here in no time. What is it, Einie?
McFly.
Ты все еще зомби?
Hey, Biff. You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Better than I've been in a long time, you know?
So you remember...
That witch making me do stuff? Yeah, she'll get what's coming to her. No one tells Biff Tannen what to do. No one.
Hey, I'm the guy who snapped you out of it.
Really? Because all I remember is a punk kid who thought it'd be funny to make me jump down a hole.
Ah.
Блин, а что с Бифом Танненом сейчас проблемы иметь?
Is that supposed to scare me or something?
Down, Biff. Stay.
Давай, собачку открывай.
All right.
McFly.
Oh, crap.
All right, McFly. time to race the music.
Face! It's face the music, you idiot.
Так,
I
пластинки,
hope I
может
don't
быть.
run out of rock.
Нет, пластинки не сработали. Так, что здесь? Эйнштейну, может быть? Но это ненадолго. Так. Что надо делать? Может, у меня в инвентаре что-то есть такое? Да, вроде нет. Так, Эйнштейн поможет вам вдвоем. Вы сможете загнать Бифа в опасное положение. Позовите Эйнштейна, натравите его на Бифа и не паникуйте. Ладно, насчет паниковать это была другая подсказка. Когда Биф будет рядом с рулеткой, дайте ему как следует. Нажмите кнопку под баром. Но он каким образом может быть рядом с этой рулеткой, непонятно. Нет, это все не работает. Эйнштейн, давай. Ты фас.
Know any tricks, Einie? Einstein? Get him, Einie!
По-моему, когда я сижу, там можно Эйнштейна натравить. Вот сейчас.
Einstein?
Ни хрена. Может закидать его сначала пластинками.
Einie, sick him!
Как-то вот так скомбинировать. Теперь двинуть его кнопочкой.
Place your bets.
Это, конечно, глупо, но...
Let's get out of here, Einie.
Ну ладно, пусть будет.
Doc, sorry I took so long. Biff came around and jumped me.
А там отнюдь не док, наверное, да? Ну да.
Martin McFly.
Edna?
It's almost impressive how many years of work and planning you nearly ruined in just a few short hours.
Where's Doc?
Oh, Doc. My husband is in a better place.
Better place? What have you done to him?
Relax, Martin. We've got everything under control.
Doc! No! Doc!
Не понял, что она с ним сделала. И на этом кончается третий эпизод «Назад в будущее». Посмотрим анонс четвертого. Я думаю, нам покажут. В следующем эпизоде.
Here's the real story. I'm a Marty McFly from an alternate timeline.
Edna, why?
Because you're weak, Emmett.
What can I say? She's my muse.
I'm not sure I like where this is going.
It's almost embarrassing how devoted he is to me.
You gotta believe me, Jennifer. This whole town's gone crazy, and Citizen Brown and I are the only ones who can fix it.
There is no future for us.
Двойное введение. Следующий эпизод будет называться. Ну что ж, достаточно долгий эпизод, да, 2,5 часа почти. Так или иначе, продолжим уже в следующем эпизоде. Подписывайтесь на канал, ставьте большой палец вверх, комментируйте и играйте в хорошие игры. Всем счастливо, всего доброго, пока.